Hey nerds, join us on Discord and hit that subscribe button.
Hi! I'm Testing.
Hadrix.
Fane.
Captain Vossen.
Meryl.
Svara.
And I'm your DM, Seth. Welcome to Venture Forth. When last we left our heroes, you all arrived at Darham Keep, the facility where Kaldor was keeping the breacher bombs they had used to create the rift in Addersfeld's walls and allow the armed forces of Kaldorian soldiers into the city. With some well-made illusions, some calculated bluffs, and some damn good dice rolls, as a group, you made your way through the courtyard of Darham Keep, bypassing several guards and very high-ranking individuals within Kaldor's military units, but made your way down into the basement of the keep, where, under the supervision of a priestess of Sidriel and her bodyguards, a pair of Dwergar, alongside the priestess, made the bombs ready for what appeared to be some sort of transport or movement. Disguised as the Fatal Reserve, you informed the priestess that you'd been sent to oversee the transfer and that Hadrix had some additional tweaks to make to the bombs to make them more powerful, to which, of course, the priestess took offense. But you convinced her to clear the room of most of her guards, and you set about carefully inspecting the bombs and trying to ascertain their method of function and, of course, how to destroy them. And sensing the destruction of the bombs to be imminent, Birdie, under her own set of directives, made use of her hidden spellstone and used the speedy courier spell within to send one of the weapons to a figure known as Chiak Sat, a name apparently known to another member of the group, Seeker. But this action, of course, set in motion the combat that broke out immediately, with the agents unsure what to do with Birdie while also battling this servant of Sidriel and her cronies. As the battle neared its end and the odds appeared drastically to tilt in favor of the AOR, the Dwergar bombardiers made use of their cannons, clearing out their own directives, and made to destroy the now weakened bombs, thanks to the agents' efforts. An explosion engulfed the basement, sending Birdie into unconsciousness and shredding through some other members of the AOR, collapsing the roof of the basement in the process as you all find yourselves on the landing to the stairs. So, as the dirt and smoke engulfs the basement, as the white light fades from your guys' eyes, most of you still conscious, your lungs and eyes are filled with the acrid alchemical smoke and dust of the remains of the explosion. We return to you all as some shouts of alarm quickly begin echoing up from above in the courtyard. So I ask you all, what the hell you doing?
Is everyone all right? I'm okay. Tessley?
I'm fine. You're fine?
Yeah.
Seeker.
Yeah.
Got a couple folks looking out for me.
Oma, where the fuck is Oma?
I'm right here.
Oma?
Yeah. I'm patting myself. Yeah, I'm fine.
And that other one?
I just stabilized this one, but probably need some more. I probably can unless you can.
Yes, but
Is she alive?
you said something earlier, Seeker, about they said a name.
Yes.
Where did they send? They sent that bomb somewhere.
I don't know where. I know who. Chiak. It's been a long time, but not a good person.
Not good.
Are they part of Kaldor or Mondale, Gambodier?
If it was part of Kaldor, it would be
They
a
are part
useless gesture.
They're part of an organization that is kind of everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Great.
Ooh,
How are we
what
gonna
kind of
find it?
organization?
One that I used to belong to.
But like, you belong to it, so they're good, right?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Oh, so a bad organization has a big bomb?
Yes.
Oh,
If I understand that spelled correctly, they could be anywhere, right?
They could be.
With a thing that can blow a hole in the wall of Hattersfeld.
I think we're going to have to ask Birdie.
So, maybe we get to a spot where we can ask her.
We have soldiers just above us that probably could use our aid.
It doesn't sound good out there.
At the sound of that, I'll run up to the entrance,
Yeah.
see if I can look out and see what's going on out there.
Okay, so as you run up to and you during this time you're hearing, I was actually about to interject with some shouts. Like people have been like the priestess has been compromised. Check for survivors.
Yeah.
And like it's like because the basement has collapsed, and that also means the ground above has collapsed.
Oh, yeah.
So as you come up, there is a scene pretty much in chaos. Your soldiers are actually they've run in, but they're like holding at the gate because they're not sure what to
Like
do.
our
The
army
soldiers
or
that the 50 that you brought with you are like they ran in and they're standing at the kind of the entrance to the keep.
Did all run in? Because we had sent the squadron out,
Yeah, so
and then we
there's
had like five.
Right.
Five was like at the doors,
So the
I think.
50 that you left them like right outside
Yeah.
the gates and just brought 5 in with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
50 have like they're in here
Oh,
now.
God.
They ran in because they heard big explosions and shouts, but they're not acting yet because they're not sure what to do. And you took all their squad
Yeah, go
leaders, so they're like formed up.
What are the others doing? What are the enemies?
The
enemies?
five that you are that you brought with you,
Uh-huh.
the squad leaders, they were down in there with you,
Mhm.
and they right now, like as you run up, they run up with you.
Okay.
And they have taken up like protective positions around you, and then as you get to the top, you see like there are several soldiers that are like running and basically meet you at the doorway to this place, and. One of them is the guy who you first saw when you walked in here. He's kind of like gaunt face, like slicked back black hair, this kind of greasy looking. The guy who you at the front gate, who you first lied to like get into this place, who I think he scared the pants off of. That Desthane scared the pants off of. He's like, what the fuck happened? And you see off to the left where the basement is, like a big chunk of this keep is folded in, and the wagons that were lined up are like all sunken into what is now like effectively a sinkhole where the basement used to be.
The hell do you think? They exploded down there.
Why?
I don't know. It's very temperamental.
What are we supposed to do? Is anyone alive? Is the first servant alive?
No.
The first servant.
There were casualties.
The first servant went crazy when we got down there. She heard a voice coming from outside in her head, and she manipulated the bombs in a way the best we could do was get out of there.
Make a deception check for me.
Could I read? Am I talking? Or
Sure.
Roll for advantage?
Advantage?
I'm helping.
You're helping so much.
That was really good.
Ryan.
Great helping. Great.
Doing great.
So many.
No.
Small space.
Are there any survivors? No.
Nope. Only us.
That's a 19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. Does this man have any reason not to trust you? Not really. Okay. He just he looks confused by the admission of but also your Merrill of the Fatal Reserve. He doesn't have the stones to question you. This is like a mook. And he just, do we need to begin clearing the rebel? And he points at the men. He's like, get a group of men to see if we can salvage the wagons. At least maybe we can do that.
See if there's any way to salvage the bombs.
Okay. Should we set men to clearing the rebel? And he rubs his head. And
Quickly though, we have a siege to complete.
Right. Okay, and he turns around and starts barking orders. Men start coming in, and your guys' he actually shouts, "You lot, get over here! We need all the men we can!" And your soldiers look to you.
I'll wave a few of them over.
Okay, and they start timid, they make their way into the space and start helping clear away rubble and start, and they're just trying their best.
We can't give everyone. We have competing orders.
Can you spare any?
It'll be tight for a quick time.
What should I do?
Clear the rubble as quickly as you can. See what's salvageable.
And he gives you a crisp salute and freaking start.
I
No, it's so good.
I turned to Kellic and I'm like,
wide-eyed, like behind my
Are you
back.
up there too?
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay. Flynn,
Yeah.
so Flynn-
Yeah, I'm down with the
I
body.
turned to Flynn sideways, and I just open my eyes very wide, and I go, "What?"
And I mean, like, it's still chaos up here. Like, there are men, like, there were people on there that they're trying, like, groups of men are like trying to clear rubble away to dig out people who have fallen in with the rubble. They're clearing away the rubble. They're trying to salvage the wagons. Like, people are running and grabbing rope, and it's just it looks like a kicked anthill right now. Most of the archers and things like that you saw around the perimeter, a number of them have come down into the courtyard as well to like start helping, but there are still some who are present up on the walls maintaining a watch. So as that like transpires, we're gonna come down to the basement where the three of you, rather Kellic, Seeker, Thessaly, and the unconscious Birdie remain. So what are all you guys doing?
Probably two things, but at
Okay.
least one. I would like to search Birdie for any remaining magical stones.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'll assist you.
All right.
I'll assist you.
Okay.
All right.
I don't have any other stones.
Okay.
Are you looking for anything else or just stones?
I mean,
Anything
I think I would have a
interesting.
decent enough sense of like what would be a device that would throw chaos into, throw a wrench in the gears. So
I had
anything
the
like that.
stone. I sent it with the wind
The
spirit.
stone does remain. That it's
I did keep it.
it maintains. So it is, the spell is stored in there, but the stone doesn't like disappear when the spell's
Okay.
cast. It is now. It just needs to be refilled again.
Yeah.
Um.
It does have a spell in it.
I'm gonna take that stone.
Okay.
And I will probably hand the rapier both rapiers over to Thessaly.
Mm-hmm. I take them.
And as I'm doing
That's
this,
fair.
I'll look to Seeker. What organization exactly are we talking about here?
The Crown League crew. I think, if I remember, Jiak was part of the Hadi family in Ondale. But I don't know if they're still there.
Huh.
So they could be anywhere.
Right.
A lot of smuggling, odd jobs.
What would the Crown Link crew do with a bomb of this magnitude?
Make money, sell it, trade it for favors, any number of things, really.
Oh,
Not
So it could
definitely not a good scenario.
end up in anyone's hands as long as they have the means to acquire it, the information to trade.
We had the bloody bomb and its designer in one place.
And when we think about this Red Wolf and the new syndicate that we learned about, there's a good chance that the crew is somehow linked.
Oh no.
Uh,
I would be surprised if at some level they are not.
Are they that sort? I always, there was, within the temple there were whispers of not falling to the temptation, bribery, that sort of thing. My understanding was that it was more of an exchange, not so much a domination kind of.
Well, as a group, it's a collection of families that kind of work together sometimes to the end of collective control from behind the scenes.
Aye.
But you know, one group, one family could easily step out of line and be approached and be looking for more.
Thus, the expansion syndicate earned its name.
That
Right.
and this individual was not the most stable. A bit.
What? This one? And I sort of like nudged Birdie.
Oh no, I don't. I did.
Oh, Chiak.
I did not know that one. The Chiak character was a bit. Yes, unstable. Kind of like the bombs. Yes.
Oh.
Just
Your estimation, Seeker. My mind is that we're going to need Birdie up and running to get out of here.
we are.
Can
We have to wake her up to do that? I can't carry her out of here?
you want to hold this body the whole way? I mean, what do we do now? We can't pursue the bomb without knowing more about Chiak. And the camp to the south is much closer in terms of our goals.
So you want to... All right, so we want to wake her up so that she can go with us, and then we're going to interrogate her. Is that the plan?
I don't think she's going to harm us.
I don't think she can.
And well,
I mean, I have some burns that would disagree with you, but that was more incidental than that.
Let me make this clear. I'm not going to let her.
she kind of outsmarted us a minute ago.
Is
And
that what you got it?
well, yes,
She certainly
Yes,
played
that's
into
what I would
our...
say.
Oh.
we should
All
keep an eye for sure.
All right,
But
so...
it would be
The
easier to
trust has
have
been breached.
her up, I think.
Well, I'm not expending any of my magic to wake her up.
And I just hold up a hand of this.
I don't think you should have to either.
Okay,
I know, no. Shaker.
I feel a little responsible somehow.
Well, you stabilize
I
her.
wasn't saying that. I'm sorry. And I put a hand on Seeker's shoulder.
Oh, it's easy to stabilize. That's nothing.
I know, but this is my thing. I got it. Truly.
Should we do it together? I'm just playing.
You can. I mean, sure. You want to? With just sort of like a cross look to Seeker. Still not really getting the joke. I just
Friendship.
humorless as ever. I turn to Birdie's body, and I will lay my hand on her sternum, Manere, and I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
So that is 36 points of healing.
Wait,
because you're at 0.
Yeah.
Brave cleric.
Brave
Yep.
cleric, baby.
Oh. That's
There you go. Wow, I
Birdie,
forgot how big your heels are when... Yeah, Jesus.
Sorry.
When they're
okay.
down,
That's
yeah.
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Reminding you.
So if you're gonna go down, just go down.
Right?
Yeah, honestly,
No, it's almost better with
It's
Kelly.
almost
Yeah.
better, yeah. That's why I'm so stingy.
he gets a kick out of it.
That's almost my max.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Birdie.
Holy. Oh no.
You look around you. And you're in the basement of the room. And you can see figures all around you. You can hear shouts as if they're muffled. The other members of this group, vague and indistinguishable almost blurred to your eyes. Their shouts again muffled, their words as if spoken through thick glass. And the white light consumes your vision and then is gone. And you see all around you a world of grays and blues and whites, extending outward and away from you. Lines blur and mingle together, the outlines of the building around you, the floor above your head. Other structures, they all overlap, as if to your vision, everything appears more like a faint outline rather than something real. Immaterial and gossamer. Ethereal, even. You see Addersfeld all around you. You can see through the floor above you, through the walls, out to the sides, but a dim reflection of it, like someone took the substance out of everything, leaving only lines and faint impressions where brick and earth and wood and metal once came together to create a more solid reality. And to your vision, throughout, you see figures. Some near, some farther away. Most of them are nothing more than impressions, suggestions of a shape comprised of smoke and mist, and they blur at the edges of your vision, only snapping into focus when your eyes land upon them. Both of your eyes.
Oh.
And occasionally, throughout the space, brighter figures, more real, more here with you, more solid, a part of this world. Most of them look lost, and even as you watch some of them fade, some are consumed by a bright, even white light, soft and strong, and simply vanish, while others, swept up in ash, embers swirling around them briefly as they're consumed by the conflagration. But some remain. And of those that remain, almost all of them, uniformly, are looking up at the sky. What do you do?
I follow my gaze up with them, try and see what they're looking at.
You see up above that world of grays and blues. But as you look to the sky beyond the faint outlines of the buildings, you see there in the heavens cracks. red and orange, ugly, glowing, gossamer thin, like hairline fractures in the firmament above.
I go grab the nearest one of these people. What is that? What's that up there?
The figure looks up. You see a soldier. But the military garb is dated, old. Not like it would be today. But as the figure looks up, in your mind more than anything, we don't know. We've never seen it before.
Is it new? Is it old? Is it
New. The barriers weaken. Soon now. And then it raises a hand and points, and you see in the distance, through the blurred lines of the buildings and the shapes around you, a jagged, red, glowing tear open, and darkness roils around it. Something's coming. They're coming. And it consumes you as life comes back to your breath. And you are healed.
That's a
And as she's healed, if you don't mind.
Also, 26.
26.
I'm not good at math. My heels are good, not that good.
It's okay. Thank you for
Yeah.
anything.
So if Thessaly hits you, you will still.
Okay.
And as she is healed and comes back to consciousness, I'm going to take my left arm, grab her forearm, take my right arm, which I'm wearing full plate mail, lift her up just so her toes skim the ground a little bit. And then the plate's going to dig into your throat. I'm not going to do damage, but it's going to be a little hard to breathe.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to listen to me. Can you give me an indication that you're listening to me? You're going to follow us out of here. You're not going to try anything. We've taken your weapons. We've taken anything you could use to possibly hurt us. If you make so much as one false move, I will make sure that today will be the day you take your final breath. Do you understand me?
Loud and clear. Sir,
Would you like your feet to touch the floor again?
Yep, please.
Shut up. And I drop it.
All right.
Thessaly.
Oh,
Oh, me
That-
oh my.
man. I'm shaking.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm not there.
I just cast a look of admiration.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. All right. 30.
Yeah, the second my feet touch the ground, I do not move a muscle.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the floor.
She's all yours, Seeker.
Birdie,
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
Why would you send that weapon to Jiak?
Dude, I take it you're acquainted
Why
with...
would you send that weapon to Jiak?
Hey, it's a job's a job, and I just had a job. That's it. There's nothing.
Were you working
Personal.
directly for them?
Yeah.
Who are you reporting to?
Chiak.
For how long?
Like, not like that long, if I'm being honest, but like I've known her for a while, but like I haven't really like personally worked with her until recently.
Is she
and
still
so,
part of the Hadi family?
I give you a look of like, how do you know that name?
Oh.
Don't worry how I know. I just know. And I know.
Yeah, she is.
Do you know where she is?
I know where she was 24 hours ago or so.
It's better than nothing. Where?
She was in Cold Crest.
Cold Crest.
All the bloody places.
How much were they paying you?
It's not like you don't really put like a number on it. You kind of just like do it, and then at the end, depending on like how good.
Okay.
You don't know how much you were paid
No,
to deliver a weapon of mass destruction to somebody somewhere.
It's a little different. It's kind of like when you were a soldier. You weren't always getting exactly. It's different. It's a job.
When I was a soldier, I set limbs of the wounded.
Not that part. Following order part.
Aye.
Are you supposed to meet back up with them?
Well, not with her personally.
What's your next order?
I'm supposed to go to the Gloaming Well.
For?
Just to go there. I don't know. That's just the next move. I don't really. It's like you do it and then you go and then they tell you what to do next, and it's not really like a,
Can you reach her?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't have a way. Not currently.
Let's step forward.
Don't have, because the only way I could reach her was with the stone, but I can't reach her personally with the stone. That's just like the way to get the bomb to her, not the way to like talk to her. I can't talk to her. I don't have that ability.
Is there someone that this is an organization? Is there someone that who could maybe ask the Gloaming Well?
Probably. I don't know. Really.
I don't really have time for this. And I'll sort of look upstairs to where Flynn and Alma have gone.
We should probably continue this conversation
As
at
we
the
move.
castle. Or as we move.
We need to set our priorities.
Do I need to bind your hands?
What did Chiak want to do with the bomb? Do you know?
No, just get it. It was more of just like a reconnaissance thing.
Orders, right? You didn't ask questions.
I don't have the option to ask questions. If I ask questions, I get hurt. It's not really how this works. This isn't like I decided I wanted to steal a bomb, so I did. This was like I was told to steal a bomb.
Right, yeah.
So I
no
steal a bomb.
choice in the matter.
Okay.
I
Any
don't
point.
have that many choices. I'm sorry.
That part is true. I can vouch for that. Still a bad idea.
Well, it's not like I had many other options.
There's always another option.
Well, I'm gonna go open a flower shop or something. Like, what's my other option?
You want
I'd
to
love
open
to
a
know.
flower shop?
I don't know. Be nice. I like flowers.
Well, at first it sounded like a joke, but now it does seem like an option to have.
Well, who the hell's gonna buy flowers in a war? Like, that's just not really what's
Sometimes-
happening
I know one
nowadays.
Sometimes you need flowers.
Aye.
I'm less concerned about your flower shop, and I'm a little more concerned about the child under our charge and Flynn upstairs. So can we check on that, please?
Which child?
Bit of redundant, what you
At
said.
that comment, we will cut back upstairs.
Sure you were.
Right. No, we'll cut upstairs too.
Yeah.
So you turn to Flynn and you're like, what?
Yeah,
And a thumbs up, and then
And the second that guy leaves, I turn to Flynn and I'm like, what now?
I don't know. Well, and I look around. I want to get an idea of like how many other, not our soldiers, but the other people that are occupied here. Like I'll look at the walls to see how many archers. I'll see how many foot soldiers are walking around. Like
Right. You guys, excuse me. With your 50 and yourselves, the forces are probably about the same. There's probably 50 soldiers, Kaldurian soldiers that are garrisoned here. Well, there were. Now there are less. Some were like because that basement was pretty extensive. It went out far into the courtyard, so a big chunk of that is collapsed in, and so like the soldiers. There's probably at least
seeing
10
like
or,
walking around.
yeah, at least there were probably at least 10 or 15 soldiers that were like in the area of the basement when it collapsed.
Oh.
So you guys, there's probably 10 archers positioned at different intervals along the wall, and then probably 25, maybe 30 foot soldiers that are currently mostly engaged in digging people out of the rubble, trying to get the wagons out. And at this point, they've gotten, they've grabbed horses and they've got ropes and they're trying to like pull things out and pull big rocks and things like that. That process is starting. They're trying to like gather together things, but you have more soldiers that are less. Yeah, you have more soldiers at your disposal than they do.
I'm looking
think I don't remember what our job was actually, but I think what we were supposed to do was just deal with the bombs, right? And so the contingent came with us in case we had trouble getting the bombs. But it seems like we got the bombs without any trouble, and now we just have a bunch of soldiers, and I don't think we're supposed to fight necessarily. So we did what we were supposed to do, and now I don't know what we're supposed to do. It seems like we're done here.
Yeah,
Right? I think.
I'm here to help Hattersfeld.
Right, but they're not fighting here right now, right? Because they're...
No,
So should we let the 50 soldiers go to where they're fighting more?
I think we take this place.
Well, what do we do with the soldiers that are here?
I don't know. I don't want to start a battle, but I mean, they think we're the reserve, right? Can't we just like distract them and say, hey, take the wounded, report, get some of them to leave, and then maybe we can just show a force and they won't fight. We have 50 soldiers and we have us. Maybe we can just intimidate them to leave and take this place.
Well,
I mean, it's a thought.
yeah, it's a thought.
And I'll lift up a piece of rubble and kind of
the
just
majority...
throw it
and I'm like kicking the
indiscriminately into a corner.
The majority of them are dealing with this, which is what we told them to do, so
Yeah.
they're kind of out of the way.
And I'm sure there's some that are wounded. I mean, and our soldiers are a fighting force. Maybe we say, we'll take over, we'll cover this area and outpost, and you take the soldiers and the injured and report with them, and we can take it without blood. I don't know. Maybe we should reconvene with the others and see what they think.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying makes sense, but I just don't really know how to take a place by force like that.
I mean, I don't either. Maybe Thessaly does. He seems to know something about being a soldier.
Yeah, because do we have to go find Irecloom, or what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, but I
And,
mean, I don't know. How are you feeling? I'm pretty beat from what happened down there.
I feel fine.
Oh, okay. You keep forgetting you're invisible most of the time. Well, I guess we can check and get an idea of how everyone else is, but I mean, we should be 100%, every one of us, if we're storming a general's fortress, right?
We don't look like we're storming a fortress?
I just think maybe we should rest first before we run in to that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't really know, Flynn.
Let's see how they're doing down there. You want to? Let's throw another piece of rock. I think we've helped enough.
Well, we could pretend like we're going down to help.
Yeah, let's do that.
Like,
So
but
helpful.
what should we tell the 50 here? Oh, I know.
What?
And I turn to like 45 of them.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, guys, we told them that.
Oh my! I mean, and I'll just do that.
We told them that we have competing plans, which you all know that we have competing orders. So, please, return to the perimeter and keep an eye on everything, but stay to the perimeter in case we need to pincer.
I guard the entrances and exits.
All right. So
Like Loma's voice is getting higher and higher, and she like doesn't know what to say more and more.
yeah, make sure to guard the perimeter and keep an eye on everything. That's amazing.
My voice just like slowly gets higher and higher.
That's fantastic. So you're saying this to the 5 that are with you, because the 50 are like they're
Yeah.
kind of at the entrance across the courtyard from
We'll
you.
say
That
to
you
the
have
leaders,
those 5.
the group
Those are the
officers.
squad leaders,
Yeah.
basically, because
To tell them
the
to
squad is broken up into basically like 5 squads of 10, and then you took the 5 squad leaders with you because they're the most effective fighters.
Oh, I guess.
So you but one of them is able to like run back over and give those orders, and they file back out.
So one of them does. There's 4 left.
Yeah, so you have 4
and so
people
I
with you.
remember now that we've got fucking squad leaders of a military,
Yeah.
and I turn to them and I say, "Do you guys think you can take this place, maybe, and we'll just leave you to it?"
The one of the squad leaders with you looks up. He looks just like he looks like a dwarven guy. He's got like grayish red hair.
A good leader delegates.
He looks like a tall. He looks like a very tall dwarf. But he kind of looks around, and you see him like get a sense of the archers, and then he looks at all the soldiers that are like piling out of the rubble. Yeah, we could take it.
Okay.
It would be best.
What do you need? need from
troop was
us.
preparing to move out. So if we get the healthy ones out and say we'll take over for the wounded, then we'll be left with nothing but the wounded here, while these troops who were already supposed to head out go towards whatever target they were supposed to acquire.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Just hope that you're on our side. Let's just,
You're on our side.
let's just hope that they don't go and tell Iron before, I don't know. I mean, they probably aren't
They
going
don't know
there,
anything.
right?
They don't know
Then
anything.
I think we have them go out on their mission. And we'll,
So we'll find the dark-haired one with the slick back that looks kind of oily.
Sure,
We'll find him
yeah.
and we'll tell him what to do.
Kellic?
Kellic doesn't have... No, Kellic doesn't look oily.
I'm just messing around.
Okay.
Don't even have dark hair.
Dark hair, yeah.
Right? You look gray hair, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he changed his beard. Sorry. I
Amazing.
thought he looked more. Sorry.
That's awesome.
My ears are burning.
Okay,
sneeze
so,
coming
so yeah,
on.
like that basically, the squad leader does kind of intimate that the wagons and like the soldiers were preparing to move somewhere. So yeah, his idea is get them to move wherever they were going to go to anyway, and we'll say we're because that was also the lie you guys said, like we're here to reinforce this keep,
Yeah.
right? When you first got
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
So,
thought they were going to move out with the bombs, and if they don't have the bombs, maybe they weren't going to move out anymore.
Right.
So that's what I had thought.
Well, I guess
but
we
here.
can
Right. So and there is that. There could be that.
Yeah.
yeah,
But maybe they're also like, well,
going somewhere.
we
Might as
gotta
well
go
go.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
them to use the wagons to transport the injured, get them to where they were supposed to be going, relay the news that the bombs aren't functional anymore, but
Well,
we'll take
Maybe-
over.
We can take care of the wounded here
Yeah, we'll
and
take
just
care-
have the fresh soldiers move out now.
yeah.
That's what we'll
tell
say.
them. So tell them to continue that we don't want to delay. Okay, we'll tell them that. We'll tell them that. We'll tell them
Okay,
that.
so
yeah.
but when they realize that we're not part of Kaldor, those injured soldiers become prisoners of war then. Is that that's all right with us?
They're just gonna be here though. We're not gonna like hurt
That's
them.
fair. That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
There are codes for how prisoners of war are treated.
Yeah. Just keep them in
We
one
won't-
building if we can, so they're easy.
We
to
won't
keep an eye
murder
on.
wounded men.
Yeah.
And like that guy will not do
No,
that.
I know ingredients
Yeah.
for sure.
No
yeah.
inside check.
Yeah,
No
no, it's
problem.
like, and it's
No.
like that's actually it's very firm. Like we won't kill.
I just want to
wounded
make sure
men,
that
but yeah.
the soldiers we leave here to protect it are safe as they can be. All right.
Okay.
we can. It's a pretty well equipped fortress. We can hold it.
Okay.
Should
So
we just have him do this?
no, it's
because
fine. It's fine because we told them that
Okay.
because I just told him that we had competing plans. So
All
I
right,
gotta
let's go.
fix it. Okay.
All right. So as you guys, I'll say that as you guys are like, all right, let's go. That conversation now up behind the stairs because you guys are all heading up, right?
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
rest of you. Okay. So now you hear like stomping on the steps behind you guys as you resolve to go forward, and the rest.
Because he
of the
went down
group-
that way, right? He
um,
went down into the basement here, or did he go somewhere else?
That guy? Oh,
Yeah.
he like walked back into the courtyard and started.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go find
the
him.
guy who pockmarked cheeks, oily
Mhm.
hair. He was the guy who was at the front gate when you first came in. And now that like all of the leaders, because you sent off Borniata, you guys, and
Yeah.
then you the
oh
first
shit with the
like,
with the drakes.
you
whatever.
guys are the highest ranking people here.
Mhm.
Oh, that's true. That's
so
true. That's true.
Remind me real
Naturally.
quick, because this might matter. Remind me which direction. Where did you send Borniata Jadebow, the Wyvern Rider lady?
We-
It's okay if we did you send her
We
east?
sent to
Okay.
the-
I wanted
East,
Wherever
south.
Where the other stronghold is? Is that where we sent? No, where did we?
What was the
pretty
reason we
sure
sent
I-
them
No, we
off?
said like they're coming from the south, like that you said that I think Gambledier's aid is coming faster, or like somebody
No, I
else
said
is
Lord Draenor was leading a force from the north, probably.
Yeah.
From the
Oh,
north?
that's right.
That's
yeah,
probably
you
what I
sent
said. Because I
them-
Yeah.
said Lord Draenor, but and it would both make
That's
sense.
exactly
to
what
it.
it was.
Right, because
Yeah.
I know you didn't send
That's what
them
got our
east
attention.
towards where the reinforcements are
Are
actually coming
from.
from.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I'm like,
yeah.
they're-
North towards the castle to Ironlight.
To
No, they're
like
coming from
Stillgate, basically from Stillgate.
from
Yeah.
like that they're coming not inside the city but outside the city.
Right,
He
right,
sent them
right.
outside the city to go meet them in.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought they
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
fly over Ironlight and just drop a fireball.
Oh no,
Well,
they
no.
won't. But they're
Like, you
they,
don't tell the DM to do that.
You're right.
Don't
you
give
do?
him
They
ideas.
good idea.
Hey, look at me.
Hey.
Let me
Your
just
beard
get
looks
out.
so
Let me
good.
get on my notepad real quick.
I'm doing a dance, so no one will be mad.
But okay, so the group kind of reconvenes, and you guys ascend the stairs as you two are like, and
Okay.
you guys all hear the tail end of like, okay, that's what we'll tell them, and then you guys are all together.
Okay, we got it covered. all is well. We're gonna send the. We're trusted. Everything is fine. They don't question us at all. We'll talk about that later. We're gonna send the healthy soldiers away from here, and then our soldiers are going to take the keep with the wounded.
Yeah, and then it basically becomes our keep.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh,
Without,
okay.
without hopefully
So
hurting
I'm
anyone.
gonna do that.
We don't have to, yeah.
Or I mean,
necessarily fight.
do I should do that, or should I send you to do it because you're like our messenger? 'Cause you're
what's the...
Why don't you both go? I mean, I can go too,
No,
but
it's
I mean,
okay. I mean, I can go since I told him. I'll go.
I think
I'll go with you, but you seem
Better
to
at
have more
least take
bearing
it.
on what's going on than I do.
Yeah, I got it.
Where are we sending them?
to wherever they were going with the wagons.
We're just sending them-
continue the
All
mission
right, all
as
right.
best you can without the items. Hopefully
Without-
they'll go still, and then we can take over.
We've hurt their plans as it is.
Give it a
so-
test it though, like, before you go, because you were going higher at the end.
Well, I just got nervous.
I know you gotta take deep breaths, deep breaths.
Okay, so like this, like I don't actually know how Meryl talks.
No, that's.
I'm just
I mean, I don't think they do
either,
either.
dear.
But that sounds good. Keep it low like
keep
that.
it low, keep
Go slow
Okay.
and low and slow and slow.
low, slow.
Confident.
I know what
You
I'm
don't-
talking about.
You don't give orders. They take. Wait. Don't say please. Probably too. That was another thing. Don't say. You won't say please.
Oh, don't say please.
Okay.
Or thank you.
Maybe Thessaly should go too.
Like Vassen's
know
in
that.
charge.
It's
Yeah.
just- yeah. Well, Vassen is the
Why don't
leader
the
of
three of you go,
guys.
and then we'll just start moving rocks around again.
What are we doing?
Okay, it's fine.
It
You don't have
doesn't
to.
seem that
It's fine. I'll just go.
complicated.
I'll just go. You stay because
Absolutely
we don't. What? They're awake now.
And like just as
Yeah.
a note, Thessaly does a great Boston physically, but your voice.
That's-
that's what-
Almost gonna do a
Like,
better
I gave you advantage on the one roll because I think you said like 4 words or
Yeah.
something like
I've
that.
been very
But you've
careful.
been very
Okay.
quiet,
Yeah.
and if the longer you talk, you know,
The
like
more
someone is going to see
apparent.
through
I
it
got
very quickly.
I
Elmo,
can
you got
do
this.
it.
For
Go
you,
for it.
I
they
can
don't
do
know
it.
what you sound
I
like,
did it
and you
earlier.
still sound like you can sound like a
No,
halfling, but
Yeah.
I did it earlier and I can do it again.
You're right. Just no please. Stay low. Low and slow. You got it.
I'm gonna walk my way.
I'll go with her.
I love that Flynn's like, go low and slow. You got it. You walk away.
I'm not gonna go because I don't want to speak. Okay, I'm
that's
gonna
fair,
hang
that's fair.
back. Yeah.
And also, you're the one that's kind of. I would assume you're guarding Birdie the most right now. You're probably.
Probably.
All right.
You don't want to leave.
I'm
There,
doing
right?
nothing.
You stomp off across the courtyard with Desthane in tow, and you do find that guy. He's again like sort of gathering together supplies and sending soldiers to get ropes and things like that. They're trying to like hitch things up and move the bigger pieces of rubble, get the wagons out, like pull them out with ropes and teams of horses and men. So that's like all what he's kind of overseeing right now, kind of in the middle of the courtyard. Excuse me. But yeah, you find him. He's maybe 50 yards away from you. So you walk up to him as he's kind of shouting out orders and things like that.
Okay, is anything salvageable?
And he turns and salutes. We're not sure. Some of the wagons appear to be too heavily damaged, but some could still make it to the center of the city where they were intended to go.
Okay, I spoke with Vassen. He wants you guys to continue your mission. Us and the force here will stay with the wounded and we'll keep the keep.
And we can assemble what's left of the explosives and send them to you. Where do you suppose you'd like them delivered?
These were intended for the Lord's Manor in the center of the city and the castle on the northwestern side of town that is still the last held out position. That's all I know.
Hadrix is going to see what he can do to repair them.
He looks over and awesome. Throwing rocks. Just
I like doing a movement on my 2 feet.
doing his part over there.
Yep.
Okay. So we're to continue on to reinforce the forces without the bombs, and they'll come later.
You're just going to have to do what
Aye.
you can do right now.
Time is of the essence.
I would like either or both of you.
Come on, guys, let's
I will
go.
say one of you can roll with advantage.
What you doing?
Go.
Captain
Yes.
Charisma.
Come on, Meryl.
Man. Okay. I mean, this is. I think it's going to be another deception check. Yeah. This is just straight lying through your teeth, basically. Like you are fucking lying,
But with confidence.
but with confidence. That's very true.
Those are double. Those are double.
Oh no, it's one and the other, but they're both good.
a dot on the bottom.
Oh, that'd be a 91.
A 91
A
DM.
91.
Get up.
It's a 24.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay.
Get out. Out of my table.
There's a dot on the bottom. I don't know why there's a dot under. Normally, when there's a dot, is that for the top?
I think it's just
just
the
the
one.
top
It's
of
just
the
a bit of
thing.
the one.
Sorry.
Motherfucker.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, it's just crazy that this whole
To be fair,
you know, like I had this whole plan with the archers and the soldiers. You
But
fucking
the
lie.
12-year-old can
You
lie
whole
so
way
well.
through this.
well, to be fair,
so
I did
good.
roll a 19 on the
you did
dice.
great.
Like it did.
Yes.
It's not just that I'm the
It's just
captain for as much.
fucking crazy. Like I'm like I feel like I should be checking. Like, does this make sense? I'm like, yeah. Like all of the arguments make sense. This is the hard part. I'm trying to like, justify an insight check, and I'm like, I can't. You're just telling him to do the shit he was probably supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! All right.
Well, to be fair, DM,
yeah.
the soldier on our side gave us great ideas.
They asked for expertise opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we
That's
got good insight.
So, so yeah, he fucking salutes you and he starts calling for the soldiers, and then you guys are able to the squad leader, they run over and they get the guys that are outside from your end, and they start like filtering in, and like there's a changing of the guard. Basically, like your soldiers come in disguised as Caldurian soldiers. They start taking over the horse teams and like all of that stuff as the other soldiers begin to like form up in the courtyard that is not destroyed.
They're like maneuvering rubble and trying to
Yeah.
find like wounded.
Yeah, they're trying. Yeah, like they've taken over this kind of search and rescue mission and the salvage of the wagons. And like over the next couple of minutes, probably takes a good 20, 30 minutes or so, I will say that. But, some of the wagons do get pulled out, and then the rest are like, we don't have time, basically, or they're just unsalvageable because the metal's all twisted and they're not usable. But yeah, I mean, they are able to get out 2 of the 4 wagons. Or excuse me, there were 3. So they were able to get out 2 of the 3 wagons. Or no, there were 4. There were 4. 1 for each bomb, basically. But they're able to get 2 of the 4 wagons out in time. Then these were like heavy with like a lot of steel reinforced, if you guys remember. But they're able to pull those out and send those, like get those, and they start rolling out of the gates with the kind of 30 healthy soldiers that remain. Go ahead, sorry.
I turn to Kellic while they're doing that. Is there any way for you to tell Dizzy that reinforcements are coming?
Yeah, that was my plan. I would say I'm running pretty low on my ability to do these things, so
Okay, well, so maybe
it's probably
do you
worth
think it's
it, though.
worth telling her? Yeah.
Let her know that there's a pretty sizable force. We've done what we can to disrupt them, though. They're disarmed.
But there's
you know.
still like 40 people.
Yeah.
There's still like 40 of them though, so
Hey.
there's only so many.
I agree. All right.
Unless, do we know another way? Does he give us another way to contact them?
No, the ink only goes one way.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ajungis.
All right.
And I will expend a 7th level spell slot.
Oh my god, that's all you got?
Wait, how many spells do you have left?
Like 3.
Oh no.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
you get 35 words for a
Yeah. He doesn't need 35.
It's gotta. I
Dang.
can't not do it. There's no way. So
No,
yeah.
yeah, we gotta go.
No, it makes sense.
It's necessary.
It makes
Oh,
sense.
boy.
Oh, buddy. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because that's where we just
sending
sent the
you've
people with the
ever
wagons
done.
is up to the
Yeah.
manor.
Yeah. Because the city center right now is where the fighting is heaviest.
Yeah.
Because it's the largest force of Undalian soldiers.
Yeah.
That's where Dizzy and the
It's
30.
and we only have 30 people, and so more than what we
We have
have
50.
are going. We
Yeah.
50?
We have
Sorry.
50.
Yeah, you
We
guys
have
have
50, but
50.
they had
They had
30.
30.
Yeah, they got 30 healthy soldiers still. About, like I said, 20,
But we
about
don't know
15
how they're doing.
were.
But
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
And we're sending out
Like
around
40.
40. Okay.
No, around 30.
30?
So
Okay.
yeah, so Dizzy brought 30 with you guys through just
Yes.
to make sure the numbers all straight.
Thank
30
you,
with
yeah.
you. Then you guys took 50 from the 750 at Ironlight and brought them here. And then there were about probably more, close to like 60 or 70 in this space that were actually Kaldurian, but about 15, maybe a little more, were in the area when it collapsed. And the remaining, about 40-ish, give or take, are healthy and hale enough to head towards the city center, which is, now that you've gathered, which is where this group was going to go.
Yeah.
Which
they're not taking a giant
Without
bomb
the
with them.
bombs, yeah.
they were taking.
Yeah, we're gonna have some pretty badass
It's a lot
bombs.
better.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
In my big
letting them
decision
know.
tree flow chart, not doing this was bad. So they are going to those places sans bombs now. So, but
Ajungis.
yeah,
Ajungis.
exactly,
Yeah.
Ajungis, and you find Dizzy's thread, and you're able to pull it.
I'm looking for Dizzy for a little bit, and then I have to be like, oh, Dizzy Holla, right?
Right. Like I love that you like Dizzy. I feel like catwalk through all the threads. It's the best. All right.
So cool.
Dizzy, it's Kellic. We've taken a fortress to the southeast, but a contingent of 30 soldiers is coming your way. We've removed the bomb from the equation.
Like at first, it's stay down, you piece of shit. And then she, brilliant. What else did you do? At least the firebombs aren't dropping on us anymore. We can handle them. And good luck. And then she heads off.
That's good.
That's all you get.
That's good.
Whew.
So, she seems sure of herself, so that's good news.
Okay.
And we'll take this forward
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
Lots to do.
Yeah.
Seems that Birdie sent that bomb to a bad sort.
Oh no.
Maybe it's Cold Crest.
Oh well, Goldcrest is close. Isn't that where Iron is?
No, Cold Crest is to the south. Or Iregloom's to the south. Cold Crest is west.
Oh.
Let's get back to the... We'll have them put our heads together.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Well, we did so good, but we still failed.
Oh no. It's possible to do everything right and still fail. That is just life.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Find the bomb?
We'll do our best. There's a lot of calamities to prevent.
Okay.
We can only do what we can do.
Yeah.
But we can do a lot.
Yeah.
So, we'll do it.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, just give a cheery pat on his back.
You guys, as I said, do have about 20 or 30 minutes during the time before the soldiers actually evacuate this place. So if there's anything you wanted to do during that time, I mean, at this point, you've sent off the War Wyvern units. You've sent off, I mean, the lady's dead downstairs. So yeah, you guys, as far as these people are concerned, are the commanding, you're the COs right now.
Mhm.
So your orders have been taken. They're being carried out.
Are
and
the
yeah,
archers leaving?
a couple of the archers do stay.
When
Those do stay.
you walked off, I wanted to kind of survey, seeing the rubble and the depression from the explosion. As they're pulling people out, is there anybody who's unconscious or what is the state of the wounded in the area around us?
There are 7 men who are have not life-threatening injuries, but probably broken bones, heavy bruising, that sort of thing. There are there's one man who miraculously is unharmed. He was got somehow lodged underneath a wagon when a rock fell and was just trapped but unharmed. And about 10 are dead. Then, yeah, that's the 7. Some of them are, like I said, they're broken bones, pretty gruesome. None that are life-threatening, but if somebody doesn't do something, some limbs are gonna get lost. You both, especially you, but both of you understand that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna mark that, and then when I see them coming back, I want to try and grab Kellic.
Okay.
Hey. There's some wounded that look like they could use some help. I might be able to do a little bit, but this isn't really my I'm not as good at this as you, so I don't know. We didn't want that to happen, and
No,
feel like we should try to help a little.
of course, yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I do have a healing potion still. If you wanted to maybe give it to someone.
Well, we don't want them to be fully healed. We don't want them to fight back.
Oh. Yeah, never mind. Dude.
Maybe just...
No, I hand it over.
I'd take it out of my bag and give it to you.
It could help.
To serve as an act of goodwill. I mean, they're taking these people hostage. We're not going to torture them or anything like that.
No, but
Healing them is a good idea.
you can set wounds and not...
Aye, you can, but some things need a little bit of encouragement. So we'll give it to the worst off of them.
There are some that look like they're bleeding pretty bad.
Aye.
I have a little bit of I think I can help a little.
That would be grand, because I'm pretty exhausted, to be frank.
Yeah.
But
I'll
I've
look
got
at
experience.
I'll look at Birdie. Don't go anywhere, please.
I will not.
She's she's being as patient as she can.
Please don't kill me. I'll literally do anything. Just like, I'm sorry.
That's if Birdie moves, you full permission to do whatever you need to do.
I think your threat was well said.
Uh-huh.
How are you? Sorry.
I'm sorry I betrayed you. I do think y'all are real nice folk, and
Is
I
it
didn't...
because we knocked you out?
No, it's not because you knocked me out. Also, the bomb knocked me out, not you. But...
Right, you were faring very well prior to that.
Yeah,
Did you even care about the family you were helping, or were you just using them?
No. They're good folk. I like them. Look,
Well, maybe when they're ghosts, you can remind them of that.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's. We don't need to gang up on Birdie right now.
No, it's okay.
We're doing that.
Plenty of time later.
And we do have a lot to do. You're
understand.
right, Seeker.
Let's go help these people.
I'm like washing my hands with like a salve.
Yeah, right.
Like prepping my equipment.
And I'm like watching you, and I'm like looking at my hands, like I don't.
I want to send some of our people, if anybody has a bow, I want to send them to replace the archers.
Okay.
If possible.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Several of the soldiers.
Because they've been up there for a while, so just changing the guard.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to send a few soldiers up there
Just
and
try to see how many people will leave. Yeah.
they're soldiers, and the Andalian soldiers know how to talk to the Kaldurian soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And they are wearing Kaldurian colors. So they as over the next 5-10 minutes, you see some of your guys go into the various I forget what they're called, but the kill
Turrets?
boxes basically, and the turrets that go up, and they you see them. They walk in at the bottom floor, pop out at the top. There's a brief discussion, and then they come back down. And basically, after about 10 minutes, there's all your people are lining the walls.
While she's talking to those people to send them up, I'll go over to Thessaly. Hey,
Hi, dear.
how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You
How
look
are
like
you?
really tense. The vein is back again in your neck.
Oh,
You okay?
splendid.
What's the plan?
What's the plan?
So yeah, we took this fort. Seems like Kellic is tired. I'm tired. Are we going right to Irecloom? Should we reach out? I don't even know if we can. Should we reach out to the castle and see if they can send reinforcements to, now that we have this, to bolster it? Should we rest here? Should we go back to the Iron Light to reconvene with my crew to see how they fared? I mean, there's a lot of options, but there is a timetable for this. So I'm curious what your thoughts are, basically.
There is. I also think that there's a timetable for how quickly Iron will learn about what happened here, and that might change her plans a little bit.
What I'm worried about.
But I also agree. I'm quite worried about Kellic right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to send anyone, particularly him, into a situation where I don't want to do that.
Because you love
I'm just like lifting somebody's like back up to like pour the potion into their mouth.
Amazing.
Well,
You love him.
yes. So, why are you saying it like that? Like
I
we're
don't know.
13 and you can. What is this?
I don't know. It's kind of cool.
At that, I just laugh.
Yeah, I mean, do you think we can even travel, or should we just try and rest here?
Ooh.
'Cause, I mean, it would be good to go back, but I don't remember how. I'll think back. How on the trek from the Iron Light Castle to here, how long, how many enemy encampments did we go through?
Right.
All that kind of stuff. Is it better to stay or possibly just go back and possibly just go back and regroup with the rest of the Iron Light and form a stronger force to then reinforce the place we just took? Because that could be a better. I like that.
Right.
There's 750 there. Getting half here and half there is great.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Maybe we
Yeah.
go back to the Iron Light, but I don't know. I don't want it to be super dangerous. I mean, I guess we're all the fatal reserves. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you guys.
the
I mean,
next-
you have your disguise.
How long did
up
it take
for-
to get there? I
It
guess.
took. I mean, it took a little while. Probably about an hour to
City
move
secrets?
across the city. And then you have city secrets with Oma, and then you also have Birdie.
What time of day is it?
Right
I
now
wasn't
we're
lying, I live
pushing
here.
past. We're pushing past noon. It's starting to get into like early
Okay, so
afternoon, like 2 or 3 in the
we
afternoon.
could
I think
potentially
now.
go there, maybe reconvene, and then even maybe come back here and rest here with the soldiers.
I would prefer to refortify this place and
just
refortify
remember-
ourselves.
I can't make anyone else look Kaldurian.
Right.
So when they come back, they're gonna look on Dalian.
They're going to be aware. I think that was always on a time crunch, to be honest. The important part is that we've now taken the fort, so I think that's okay. You did wonderfully today, Olma.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They could probably take off their colors at least, like maybe cover up.
I think it.
Well, some of the Iron Light are not necessarily in Ondalian colors, right?
They're just in what I
They're
wear,
in their Iron
basically.
Light,
Yeah.
right? So they might not see it right away, but eventually the ruse is going to be
I mean,
covered.
I think we can't really do much else to keep that ruse going. It's going to run out when it runs out. I think the best thing we can do is get the other forces here as soon
I
as
think
possible.
it'd be really smart to have a big force here and a big force in the
Absolutely.
north.
Do you think
Absolutely.
Kellic can reach out again or no?
I don't think so.
I don't wanna- I don't wanna ask him to do that.
I had him talk to Dizzy to let them. So
Did he look strained when he did it?
he looked a little tired,
Maybe
and
we
he
just
did
go.
tell me. He did say specifically that there's only so much he can do, and that this is kind of the last of it.
Then we go together.
Yeah, because he said he spoke to Dizzy, which is a good thing because all of these people are going to the city center where Dizzy is. So he warned her, but yeah,
Well,
I just don't. I think yes, we can go and get more people from the Iron Light and send them here because it makes sense to have another big fortress over here.
Mhm.
And then maybe we can help at some point in the city center too if we've gotten both sides of the city center.
maybe we get the forces and make a detour to the manor just to make sure it's okay, and then once that's settled, we can go down to this location here. And then rest.
I think we send people here, and then eventually
we make our way
make
back
our way. Like,
because
pin for
my
it. Yeah.
my other concern is that we sent off some. She was a wyvern rider, right?
Mhm.
On a wild
It's
goose chase.
been about 40 minutes or
minutes?
so since Bronyata's
Right.
took
With
off.
the promise of quarry for her that does not exist. And
That's true.
so we should prepare the soldiers here for that.
I
So we
just
should
don't-
have as many people here as possible. So
I think
we should go now. We
I
should
think we should
now.
go and
Sure.
send them forward. I think that's a good idea.
The only thing I'm worried about is just having the south is Iron Gloom, then there's us in the middle, and then the manor could be taken over by enemies, and then we're
the
pincer
south
between.
isn't Iron Gloom. Iron Gloom is outside of the city.
That's
So
how
we're in the south.
how far away are they again? I just
By Cold Crest? I don't know.
They're just
No,
like
they're right
basically
outside the
right
walls.
outside the city walls.
Yeah, they're right
Um,
outside the walls.
few
Full grace will wait.
I mean, like probably several, like maybe 1,000 yards,
I mean,
2,000 yards.
No,
Maybe
City.
Disney's able to just take care of the manor and say we just hope that.
I'm not
that's-
saying we should worry about the manor right now. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with that.
Okay, well let's just go
I'm
back
just
to
saying
the
maybe
Inkarnate.
eventually, once we've really secured this and the wyverns are gone and everything's gone,
Yeah.
then we can
I think we
take the
regroup.
center.
We get the
first.
manor, and then once everything's here, then we all go to Iron Gloom.
I don't know.
Well, let's just wait for Kellic and
Or
Seeker
we
to.
can flag them down and tell them like to hurry it up.
Oh,
I'll go grab them.
Deep
okay.
breaths, deep breaths. Seeker, you hold him, all right?
Oh, I can.
I
you want
like
me-
grab
There's
I
the man.
grab,
He's got a
di-
belt in his mouth. And
Alright.
he's like
Birdie.
biting down
On the count
it.
of
when you
3.
go.
Yeah.
One.
One.
I
And
will
then-
not move.
I just like
Beautifully
hold
done.
Birdie's
Beautifully done.
And he's like, he like
You're okay,
passes
you're
out.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
this guy in your arms passes out. You just set like a compound fracture in his leg. Like he's not doing great.
Are there any that you think need some more help? Like
I mean, just
looking at these.
Yeah, I mean, DM, I will expend over the course of this. I've got a couple spell slots left.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's necessary.
Wounds is
You got
what-
the
I
Sure.
don't
Yeah,
know
okay.
if we're gonna be able to get a long rest in, Shane.
Well, then,
Well,
then
Brian,
you're gonna have to talk to Kelly about that. I always
This
have
is
so
his
much
thing.
control over
Let
it.
him,
Yeah,
let him
yeah,
heal.
I mean,
Let him
Combat
heal.
medic.
What I
I've
do.
got a combat medic.
I was put on this planet.
yeah. No, I fucking, dude, I love the commitment to it, even though they're not they're the whatever. It's awesome. You
Everyone's back.
so as you're examining between the two of you, you determine that there are 3 of the 7 who are pretty severely injured. There are 3 who are at risk of effectively like I don't recall what it is, but it's when you get like crushed and then there's like the poisons build up and you can die from that.
Yeah.
There are 3 that are at serious risk of something like that happening.
Well, let me know if this is too much of a stretch, but
Yeah.
I do have a 2nd level spell slot, so I could cast Aid on all 3 of them.
That's not a stretch at all.
Okay.
That's fucking
Now
awesome.
would I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Nice.
and that is enough to like get them beyond the
Beyond
brink.
that
Okay.
threshold. Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
So like the 2 of you together, you identify these men,
Mhm.
and over the course of like as this conversation's been happening, you side by side with these soldiers begin, and you gather the 3 and doing triage.
Mhm.
You're like, say what you can now and worry about the rest later.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you go down the
Yeah.
list and the
Mhm.
symptoms, and you're like, okay, that's bad over there. He's bad over there. Fine for now. Fine for now. And you start sorting through everybody, and you get these 3 men, and they are kind of in their own section. You see that 2 are dwarves. One is just a human male. They span the gamut in age. One is like a grizzled old war veteran, where basically like most of the left side of his upper body it was crushed by a very large piece of rock. The other one, it is both of his legs, basically mid-thigh down. And then the other is having a really hard time breathing. Something heavy fell on his, like the center mass. He might have, fluid is likely building up in his lungs. He's having a rough time. But yeah, their injuries are pretty profound, and you guys managed to separate the 3 of them. And then together,
Traicio. And I will call upon Zachriel for this one.
all right.
Yeah.
I cast Aid on
Oh, right. Okay.
And
Are you casting?
yeah, I think I was going to. Yeah, I'll try to support, and I'll take. Yeah, I'll take a hold of. Well, can't see my holy symbol. Actually, I won't take a hold of my holy symbol. I'll take a hold of my forearm. Take a hold of my tattoo, and I will cast Cure Wounds on the one that looks the worst to me.
Okay.
That one that they can't breathe is. I put my hand on the chest.
Okay.
Rest easy. Stay calm.
Okay. And as Kellic mutters the words, you see as the embers of Zachriel's magic begins to weave their way along the wounds of these men, and Seeker, as your purple magic suffuses and goes down into the chest, and you hear the kind of like death rattle of the fluid, and the shortness of breath ease as like steady breathing comes back. And the 3 of them are not completely out of the woods, but will not die today.
Oh.
And The guy, as he comes to consciousness, he sees the lingering purple and just looks in your eyes and says, "Thank you."
You're welcome.
He finds it strange but doesn't know what it means, but he doesn't ask any questions.
Is it I mean, he's coming to from something very harrowing. Is it at all apparent that he notices the purple, or?
Like, as the magic kind of fades from your arm and he comes to consciousness and that steady breathing returns, he notices it, but like I said, it's he doesn't really know what it means other than that it looks different to him.
As I'm kind of just patting where I left my hand, no need for alarm. Help comes from all kinds of places. Remember that.
It's going to become relevant pretty soon. I just give a pat on Sigur's shoulder.
To you, stand up, and the eyes of the man follow you as you walk away, but he doesn't say anything.
As we're walking, is that what you did all the time?
Yeah, that and worse.
I just pat you on the back, just kind of clap your back, just.
You at the Queen's abode, Queen's residence in Silgate, you mentioned talking about how to communicate with the gods.
Mm-hmm.
This is how.
Mm.
It's how I've always done it anyway.
I like that. This is easy. The words to them is hard.
Well, words aren't always necessary. And often don't help much.
Very true. But this made a difference. Doesn't matter what side they are on.
Glad you feel that way.
Okay.
Much to do.
Should keep going.
That was awesome. So as the two of you do what you can with the men who have been injured, healing a group of soldiers from the other side, realizing that sometimes maybe that doesn't matter. You all make your way back to kind of the rest of the group. As over the course of this having happened, getting the people out, pulling out the soldiers who have been wounded, they've been kind of organized and like subtly corralled all in the same place by your soldiers, basically in the center of the courtyard. And after about, like I said, 30 minutes, the wagons have been extracted, and the 40 or so hale and healthy real Kaldurian soldiers muster out on their way to the Lord's Manor, which was their directive, just without the destructive power of the bombs with them. After about 10 minutes or so of that going on, I will say, during this time, one thing does happen. One of the squad leaders who has been with you during this time walks up to you, the one you've basically been talking to this whole time, finds you, and he says, and kind of leans down, Olma?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You should come see this. And if anybody else is with him, he like waves at all of you, whoever's with you.
Right now it's just Birdie, Flynn, and me.
Cool.
Because you started walking, or are you staying with us?
I had, but they've rejoined, so I was going to walk over to go grab them if they were heading back.
So as long as I just
Yeah.
don't leave Birdie alone.
Yeah.
Are
So
we all
I'll
together then,
Yeah, so
or-
like they start
By
leading
now?
them off, but you see them moving and you kind of join up across the courtyard.
Okay.
And he takes you to a building.
So is it? Am I? Just
I'll go with
Yeah.
because I was talking
Yeah.
to him too. So
Gotcha.
Sure.
So it takes you to this kind of building right here, this like auxiliary building that's inside of the central courtyard of the keep, and opens it up. And you walk in and you see basically a like supply depot. So there are there's armor, weapons. It's like a full armory. So there are like spears, shields, all manner of equipment and things like that. Enough to fully equip an outfit probably an additional 75 soldiers or so.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
You also see like provisions, like food and foodstuffs, grain for horses, like all of the things that would have been that normally an army carries with them. And
Potion?
you do not see potions, but you do
Mhm,
see
mhm.
surgical supplies.
Yay!
Nice.
There are
I love surgical
effectively enough. There's probably enough here to make like 10 healers kits.
Very cool. We
There's like a
block
full-
that.
It must be my
That-
birthday.
Full,
We
like a
call
full
this
like
the come up.
shelf, basically, like a cart full of
Hell yeah.
bandages,
Fuck
needle and
yeah.
thread, like all salves, all those things.
Awesome.
There is also inside of that that same thing is what looks kind of unremarkable, but placed very conspicuously, like on top of everything else, is what looks like a tin, like an unmarked tin can. Looks like a container for like what you have some like salves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But those are some like you walk in this room and this is where they were holding all of the supplies. Temporarily, this room is not really equipped to do this, so things are kind of like haphazardly stacked where they are. In as best order as could be made and with the space. This almost looks like it was some kind of a commissary before.
Yeah.
But it has been a lot of the space has been requisitioned for this. So you see like all of this. Enough gear to outfit the soldiers that were here and probably more that were coming.
Cool.
So
Whoa. This is great.
This is really good.
Okay.
Good job. What's your name?
Deirdre.
Deirdre. Awesome. Yeah, I guess. Well, I think it'd be good for you to know. I think we're gonna try and head out and go back to the Ironlight Castle and get more reinforcements as soon as possible and bring them down here to help reinforce this location. We think the manor's doing okay. We let them know that there's enemies approaching, and hopefully we'll be back as soon as possible to kind of get this place set up. And this will help a lot.
We're gonna try and split the fighters from the castle and here so that we have a good contingent in both so that we can withstand anything that happens. Does that make sense?
So our orders are to hold here until reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, does that make sense though? Because like I'm not a fighter like this.
Hopefully we have time before anybody discovers our duplicity, and well, once we hold the fortress, it'll be easier to keep.
There is a pretty good chance that Wyvern trio is coming back in the near future. So get bows aimed skyward. You know.
We'll be back as quickly as possible.
Aye.
And he gives you a crisp salute.
And Kellic is with us. Did he come with us?
No, you stayed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we were all together.
Okay.
No.
We split off to talk with him when he pulled us away.
I thought you guys were all together. They rejoined you guys coming from healing the men.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we
You guys
all
are-
went into
Yeah, you guys are.
We
all
all
together.
went into this place where he took us. Oh, okay. I thought just you and
Because
I.
I pointed out to
there.
Kelly that he sees the surgical supplies.
Sure.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, you guys are all together during this time.
All right. Well, I mean, is there anything else we need to do here before
No, we should go.
Okay.
I will avail myself of some of those supplies.
Yeah.
All of them.
There's
Take all
up
of
to
it.
there's up to like I said up to 10 healers kits worth.
Take them.
Yeah, I mean, I have room.
want to leave some for the troops here, so I'll make
that's
like let's go with 6. I'll make 6.
There you go.
6
60, 40. That seems fair.
Yeah.
They're better. They're better in your hands than any of
I'm
these
gonna make
guys,
a lot
to
of
be
these.
fair.
Yeah.
So
Also, you.
Who knows?
I have
We
to
might
already.
need some on the way here.
And I'm also
too.
going to use one of them on myself. Like the first thing I do
Yeah.
is just like lift up my shirt and just like put some salves on my burns from the explosion.
Cool.
Yeah. Start treating my own self.
Yeah, how's
All
everyone looking? Are you guys half? I'm half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you are.
I'm basically full.
Okay, the bomb didn't get you much.
I don't think it got me at all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
Or like
You
we were only
your
the
body weight
secondary.
same.
We were only the secondary wave of it, so the secondary wave didn't do a lot,
I mean,
and I had no damage before that.
Me and
remember
Alma
what-
didn't really get.
Yeah.
I think I
had,
also took damage in the fight from like
Yeah,
some of the
you
tools
got-
and
Yeah,
stuff.
I didn't take any
stabbed.
damage.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
lady
you were-
used that rod to
She bopped me in the head.
bopped you pretty good a
Yeah.
couple
She
times.
gave you
She
good
was
bopping.
wild.
Boopity bop. All right.
I'd like to use the bop action.
I'll do while he's picking those things up really quick. I'll just do a once around. Is there anything else? I'll do a walk and see if there's anything else that maybe would help us with what we are about to do. Going there, coming back. Any, I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it just
I mean,
supplies?
this is just like
Okay.
this is just basic supplies for soldiers. So it's like weapons, armor, the necessary things to like make repairs to armor, like all the I forget exactly what it's called, but like leather and things like that.
I'll go over and I'll find. Are there any blacksmithing tools or like hammers, things like that?
In here, no.
Forceps?
Actually, in here, no. But if you like walk around the facility, you can find. Yeah, there is like a very small forge inside of it.
While he's doing that, I will just kind of like while we're getting gathered, I'll go grab like a hammer and like some forceps or other tools of blacksmiths and just come back to the group. All right, I think I fit the part better now for our trip.
You got your smith's
I
tool.
think, okay.
Oh, Flynn.
You gotta get in character, I guess.
Right.
It's like method acting.
Exactly. What's
Definitely,
that?
did he carry those things around with him like that?
No.
Drop him.
But Flynn, if it makes you feel more
Amazing.
with the role,
Oh no.
so to speak.
I pick him back up.
All right.
You also don't have 20 years of artificing experience under your belt.
I'm not
so-
listening.
Oh, God.
All right.
Hitting the forceps.
Yeah. Amazing.
No, they're
They didn't make it.
All right.
they were next to the bomb.
We were.
He asked me if I had my tools.
The little guy.
Oh, you're anime baby.
Well, no, they crawled up your sleeve.
Yeah, I thought you.
Wait, you sent them to crawl up your sleeve, remember? You
I
like,
don't remember that.
yeah.
at all.
I thought you
Yeah,
found
yeah.
a way to.
you were like, all right, come on, guys, and they like all crawled into
Oh,
your.
shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you still have all those.
You
tools.
saved your babies.
Wait,
Yeah.
how long do they stay up for?
Yeah, because they might have.
Oh my god, they've been shifting in there. I've done like been setting up the healers. All of a sudden, all this like stuff falls out of her shirt.
I think it lasts for 10 minutes, if I recall.
Okay,
correctly.
whatever.
So it
It's a
probably would
minute.
have happened a while.
It's like a minute or
during one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna collect them?
But
and,
no,
like,
well, because I re-listened to the episode to like remember everything that happened during the combat. It's like where Destiny still death warded. But yeah, you were like, all right, good job, guys, and you summoned them all into your. They all crawled up your rope sleeve.
It's like right after the guy left when she was pretending to be Meryl and she turned to Flynn and she
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Don't worry about it. Keep walking.
That's amazing.
This happens to everyone, right?
Oh man, I'm just seeing as long as the spell is active. 1 second, I can't find how long it.
As she said at the
Because
top. Duration.
No, but mine.
Okay.
Here, I got you.
Oh,
I
right.
gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, for the for the uninitiated, D&D Beyond is a great tool, but sometimes has problems.
Inflexible.
Yeah.
So,
Especially with custom stuff. Concentration up to 1 minute. So they
they would
So
have
they
gone
were
before
gone.
we even went up there.
Yeah,
I
so-
pocketed all of
Okay,
them.
cool.
Oh yeah, you have
Definitely.
them all. So your animated
Perfect.
objects are Dwergar Artificer's tools, which is
And they're all
amazing.
just shoved in my pocket.
I
Yep.
love that.
Amazing. Yeah, they're all like it's in your robes and stuff like that.
Scissors
I love
poking
that
out
so
of your
much.
shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I love
great.
it.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Completely. I did not. Okay.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Seeing Kellic like apply the kit.
Yeah.
Friend, how are you?
Better now. It's not every day you're that close to an explosion.
Do you want that was big.
Unless you're an agent of repair, and then it is basically every day.
Pretty much every day. Sometimes multiple times in one day.
How many bombs are y'all around?
Too many.
Oh, well, if they don't go off or get sent off someplace, they're probably a lot less dangerous to be around.
no,
so.
that
Do you need a little extra?
That's all right, Seeker. You hold on. I am a bit worried about Flynn, though. Not
Why?
to hit his
I'm
step.
fine.
Flynn,
Glenn,
Flynn,
do you need
what?
anything?
come here.
Huh?
Come here.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not lifting up my shirt.
you have to spin it around twice.
It's not even your body.
I know, but like, fine, and I'll spin around. Does my seeming form look damaged?
So the seeming form does not, because the illusion wasn't
Yeah.
set to look damaged.
So I'll.
But because it's an illusion,
Oh,
you
right.
can see through it to the surface
Okay.
underneath. Like the way that illusions work is if you know they're illusions, you can see
you
past
can
them.
permeate.
Totally,
the-
totally.
Yeah,
the
that
makes
fog.
sense.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
Fine.
So you look really bad. Or how do you-
Yeah, I'm like bloodied.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So and then I look around. Thessaly, how do you look?
Fine.
I took 50 points of damage. Like there's like blood. You've seen me worse. Like it's really not. And I'm like grinning and bearing it. I don't look uncomfortable or anything.
Oma, you look
I'm cheery.
good.
I'm
okay.
cheery.
Okay. Flynn, and I'll put my hand on top of your head.
Oh.
Tasely, come here. I've got supplies here. Let me just
And
look at you.
You first.
I'll cast
done.
Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay, thank you. That does help.
Give him healing.
And I'll apply a healer's kit to Thessaly if they'll allow me.
Yeah.
Kellic, I'm a little more worried about you right now. Feeling almost came down on you.
Well, yes.
It's going to be 12.
I'm fine. It's not to worry.
Where are you hurt most?
Okay.
Well, my arm is fine, but the rest of this side is getting
All
a bit
right.
winded. But I'm all right, truly.
Fine. You apply the healer's kit, and I'm going to heal you too.
All right. I can't. Or I guess can I look through the Vossen illusion to see where Thessaly's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think I took a hit like to the abdomen, and then probably as well like up on my shoulder.
So is it like I'll do some stitching if there's any tearing?
Yeah, there definitely is.
Yeah. And then 18 points of healing for you
Nice.
from the healer's kit.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 40 points of my lay on hands pool.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, that would get me to max sooner than that. So I guess like would she have to use all 40?
No,
because it would.
no,
Okay, how much would I have to use?
So it's only 22.
Okay, yeah, 22. Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, I took care of myself.
All right. Awesome. As you guys make these preparations, during this time, the soldiers, one of the things that they've been doing is the wounded soldiers who are Kaldurians, your soldiers have been basically like cording their arms with bits of cloth. And one of your squad leader, the one who you've been conversing with this whole time, like barks a command, and all of like your soldiers, you guys have kind of watched as they've like slowly surrounded most of the wounded and the people, and he barks a command and like weapons lower, and in a very loud voice he just calls out over the courtyard, "You are now prisoners of the military of Ondale. Drop your weapons and no harm will come to you. You are now prisoners of war, and you will be treated as such as long as you do not resist. Please, there's been enough bloodshed. Drop your weapons." And the mostly wounded men and the few archers who you sent down earlier, one by one, drop their weapons as they are all kind of corralled in together and moved into another auxiliary building here inside of the compound. And you guys kind of see that happen under the supervision of Deirdrick and two of the other squad leaders, as most of the soldiers, one by one, as you guys prepare to leave, they are filtered in, stripped of their weapons, everything is picked up, and they are placed inside of a holding area. And then guards kind of stationed around the perimeter of that. It takes a few minutes as you guys are making your preparations to leave, but no one really resists. There's moments of confusion by most of them, of course, but yeah, they manage to, without any further conflict, get the wounded and the few remaining Hale soldiers who are here to give up their weapons and accept their status as prisoners.
Okay.
And then they corral them into this building.
Okay, Deirdrick, we're gonna run, and we'll be back. I guess just make it look like you're guarding the keep. Your illusions will stay up for like all day, so
hopefully we'll be back by then.
We're definitely gonna be back before then.
Yeah. All right. But I mean, and I'll nudge Secret. Do you have any of the ink?
Of course, always.
Right?
Yeah. We've got some ink that you can write in anything, and we'll get it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Toss some at him.
Awesome.
Look at the scroll.
It's gold.
Sorry.
Seeker!
What?
It's golden!
What's all this?
Seeker!
What?
Check.
Check it.
Literally just look down.
One day.
Like a timer or something.
I almost didn't
like an
fucking
alarm.
say it.
I will unroll it. Open it up. Let's go.
Nice, nice.
Read it out loud this time.
All right. Seeker. Looks like you guys made it to Addersfeld. I hope you're staying safe. By the look of the bright wall, things are chaotic there. Don't let anyone get into too much trouble. Keep a wary eye out for anything strange. We've been seeing something new upon the bright wall. We spent the last day combing through the records, but so far we haven't seen any additional reports that verify what we've been seeing. The closest thing we've seen was a report from a few weeks ago, something that happened in the Venville Rise. We still aren't sure what it all means. Stay safe and let me know if anything strange happens. Brim. P.S. Take care of Silverwind for me. And then there's a little winky face drawing.
Who's it by? Who's it from? Is anyone hurt?
Nobody's hurt. It's from Brim.
Oh.
And they are seeing something new on the bright wall near Vinville, near the Vinville Rise.
Something
Well,
new.
something-
Yes, something.
Sorry.
They're seeing new things. Yeah, to clarify, they're seeing something they haven't seen before. The closest approximation that they've been able to find in the records happened a few weeks ago
When
during the Venville Rise.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
the Vinville Rise.
Yes.
Got it.
No, it's when we did it.
It's when we were.
Wait,
It's
or
when we,
they're
when
doing
we-
it again.
They might be doing it again.
Got
At a different location that they're seeing.
close
It's similar
approxi-
to what happened
Close
there.
approximation, but this is new.
It's not the same. Yeah, he's like, it's not the same, but it was
But
like
it might
the
be
closest
similar.
thing.
But it could be similar to opening up a
Something
portal.
like
Where-
that.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Did it say where?
Yeah. That's
He did not say specifically where.
Like birdies.
Yeah, not specifically where.
Yeah.
okay. So it's from Brim, and they are seeing something new in the bright wall that is a little bit not. They don't know. It
course.
reminds them of something that happened in the Vinville Rise a little while ago, little ways back. Maybe we probably when we were there.
So it's a portal?
What he doesn't say.
Or some
They
type
don't
of
know.
planar rift.
They don't.
Wait,
know.
like a crack in the universe kind of thing?
I
well,
mean, that would
kinda.
be
Quite like that.
Yeah,
Oh.
kind of.
What-
It's kind of like
That's
a
we
strange.
did
kind
see
of
a
like
crack.
a crack.
Identical to that.
It's kind
in
of like
fact.
a crack between two planes.
Birdie.
Birdie.
What do you know?
Oh. When I was
Spit
knocked
it out already.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to think of how to say it. When I was knocked out, I was kind of like somewhere else, but it,
Dreaming.
well, no, not like I was seeing the ghosts that I see, but I was like with them in
You
like
see ghosts.
yeah, I see ghosts. Didn't I tell you that?
No, I think
Not
it
me.
is-
I don't think you've told us really anything.
yeah, I see ghosts. They're friends of mine.
Right. So you were with the ghost.
So I was with the ghost and I was there and I was like in Addersfeld and they were all looking at something. And normally this doesn't happen, by the way. Like I see ghosts, but I don't go where the ghosts are. So like this was kind of like,
Well, you kind of died, so that makes sense.
yeah.
So you saw ghosts.
Yes, I saw ghosts. Sorry. Lost my train of thought. So I was there and we were all looking and they were all looking at something. They were looking at the sky. And so I asked one of the guys, this like really old soldier from like old war or something, I don't know. And he was looking up and there was like all these like cracks and like they were red.
Like in the ceiling or what?
No, we
They
were
were what
outside. They were red cracks. Did I say something wrong?
They were just
No.
cracks, though, or did you see like a big break?
There
one
was
big
like
break?
a big one that everyone was looking at, and they
Anything
told
on the
me.
other side of
On the ceiling?
Well, we were in the sky. It was outside, so there were all these cracks, and
Uh-huh.
we were looking down, and I was asking the guy, and there was a big rift one that was like bad feeling.
Not in the ceiling.
No, we were outside. It was in the sky.
All this is in the sky.
All this is in the sky. We're
To clarify, the big rift was like
different.
down on the ground.
okay.
Yeah, it was in the city somewhere.
Oh,
This city?
This city?
woo! So there was like in Addersfeld, we're in the ghost Addersfeld, and then on the ground in the somewhere in the city, there was a big crack of bad feelings.
Do you recognize
this
where?
city?
In the city?
You're from here, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where?
Do I know where?
I mean, you could take them to it.
I could probably take you there.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
well,
that.
we need to go to the castle first. We need to go to
Wait,
the castle.
all right. So wait, but
We
we're just
need
going
to
to
talk
trust
to-
that Birdie had this vision and that has something
Well,
to do with
I ain't lying about that. I just lied about
we
the
might as
bomb.
well
I
go
didn't
and
lie
see-
about anything
There's
else.
Suppose
no
why
risk.
would you?
There's no
Worth-
risk in going to see it, right? Because if there's nothing there, there's nothing there.
Well, we don't have all the time in the world.
Okay,
but yes, I
first we need to send
agree.
people here, and then
Yes. Yes,
because the wyverns are going to come back, and we gotta help these people.
I
here.
agree.
Can
Without
we
that.
go?
I'll also just say, as far as wyverns go, I don't know to what extent, but the Iron Light was successful, it would seem. I spoke briefly
Oh.
with Dizzy, and
Oh,
she
That's-
said
but
that,
not
that
the three,
they're not
but
under
there's still
siege.
three.
Yes, I know. I just thought I would let you know. There's some
Okay.
good news there.
the encampment of wyverns are.
Well, the ones that were dropping the fire bombs
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
on the
So-
Lord's Manor, it seems like the Iron Light was able to
Zorkal
remove them.
Kaylin and all of them, I hope.
Seems that way.
Okay, can
Let's
we
go
please
find
go
out.
back
Mhm.
now?
Should some of us go to this?
I think we should all go to the castle and send people here.
I think we should go together.
And then do we want to
It's a
go?
big city.
We don't escort them to the outpost. We're just gonna
We'll
go.
figure it
We're
out
gonna
when we
veer
get
off.
there.
No,
but
we
yeah,
should-
I
we
think
should
we
send
should.
it-
It's
I think
just
we should
three
send them.
wyverns, no
If-
matter how capable. Like, there's a lot of soldiers here.
if
They'll be
what
all
they
right.
if it is really like opening to another plane, like
We
what-
got
Okay,
to
then we
close
can
it.
go and send people here at least. So castle
Yes,
first.
castle first.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
okay, let's go.
I don't think
Let's
we need
go.
to escort them here. I think
You
they'll-
sure?
if there's 75 of them, we can't make them look like anything else. So there's going to be a
I
contingent
think
of.
they'll be fine.
Okay.
I think they'll be
They're
fine.
going to have to be fine.
We're
If
going to
we're
have to
if
cut
we're
our
sending
losses
200
somewhere
If
here.
we're sending 200 soldiers, I think they'll be fine.
They're soldiers. We don't need to babysit
It's a
them.
good number.
Yes.
People are distracted by the city center, so if they avoid the city center, they should be fine.
Mhm.
Wait,
Yeah, we can just tell them to take
It's
the
not
path
where
we
the
took.
fighting is right now here, so
Yeah.
it's good news.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
wait. In the inventory room, was there any like uniforms or anything?
Yeah, there were uniforms.
We
About
can't carry
75. Enough to
200.
outfit about
We can't
75
carry
soldiers.
200.
That's fine, that's fine.
We don't
Yeah.
have to carry 200. We only need enough for them to look like they're marching prisoners.
No, they're gonna.
But
The
we want
Bruce
to
is
fill
gonna
a
be up
wagon
soon
with
enough.
uniforms.
Yeah,
and bring 'em
the
out.
theming's going to disappear.
We
It,
need to
it's
get-
just as well
Aye,
that this
that's
becomes an
strong.
Andalian fort.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it establishes the position. It
200
might
will get
convince
through the
Caldor
city. They'll
to
be
back
fine.
off a bit.
I think so. We were able to, so we'll just tell them to take the same path. Let's move.
All right. You guys move through the city. As
We don't
you,
have to avoid anything because we look fine. So it's like as
Yeah.
long as so we'll go the fastest route.
Yeah, you guys look like Caldorians. So
Mhm.
as you guys get, it takes again better part of probably 45 minutes, an hour or so,
Even with
Uh,
city secrets.
to move.
Well, it's still only noon. so-
Yeah, it's about two in the afternoon. With City Secrets, you can move a little bit faster. I'll
Yeah.
say it takes like 30.
Yeah.
It's less about like because just combat.
Sure,
it's
sure.
a little different.
Yeah.
But that is a good point. Like it does
Everything
shave off
becomes
some time.
difficult terrain.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Uh,
Well, I think Warzone's qualified.
It's
Difficult terrain,
difficult
right?
Pretty
Fair. But you are. I still do need someone to roll a d20 for me. However, you can do so with advantage because of City Secrets and because Birdie is with you.
Awesome.
Who wants to roll?
I did it last time, I think.
I want to.
Okay.
Roll.
As we're moving, I'm trying to remember. Did we cast seaming in the Ironlight Castle? Do
Yeah.
they know that we look like the Fatal Reserve?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
They do, yeah.
Did you say with advantage? 'Cause
Yeah.
Birdie-
Mhm.
And me.
Don't forget about
And
all
say
my-
both numbers.
You
because
want
we
the
don't know.
higher number.
Oh, okay.
You want the higher number.
Okay.
I
That's
think it's good.
a 17.
Okay. You guys move through the city, taking to alleyways, back roads. Every once in a while, you do hear the din of fighting, like grow louder, and then you turn, make your way through back streets, avoiding the main thoroughfares where most of the conflicts are happening. And most of your journey is relatively uneventful beyond the occasional bits of shouting, combatants back and forth. As you guys are on the walk, Flynn, as you're all walking, staying very careful, ducking to alleyways, you enter into the shadow of a building, and you hear a voice in your head.
Fucking
Of
shadow.
course.
Flynn? Flynn? Son? And then your vision kind of shifts around you, and you see your living room from home. And then it's out.
Dad? I'll
it.
look back to the group. Oh,
You all right, Flynn?
Did we hear him say dad? What?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What was that, Flynn?
I don't know. Keep moving. Let's go.
Is your
All right.
I just thought I saw something. I don't know.
all right?
I don't know.
You feeling all right? I'll put a hand on his forehead.
Literally never. Let's go.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check his pupils really quick. You're seeing me as I am, right? Well, as I seem.
That's very confusing. I think yes. Yeah. I don't know. It looked like it was. I think I don't know. Let's just go.
All right, you see something else? You tell us.
I will. If I see the demon thing, I'll let you know.
Or anything.
Yeah, but I don't think it was that. It sounded like my dad.
Your family's not from here.
You
though,
heard
right?
your father.
No, I mean he's a pretty good magician, but I think I saw my living room. I know there's a spell he was working on, but I don't know. Let's go.
I just want to put the thought in your mind, Flynn, for skepticism's sake, that the other creature may try to manipulate you with your family. So,
Right.
just bear that in mind. And try and keep
other-
us appraised if you see anything else.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Let us know.
I
Good
just
help.
Yeah, it was probably just the demon.
Who's to say?
We're also all really stressed, so maybe.
It's a miracle that all of us aren't seeing things.
Right.
I just look at Des and just kind of the other creature. Okay. All right, we should keep going.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Eventually, after, like I said, about 30 minutes, you arrive back at the gates of Ironlight Castle. You can see that the conflict from this morning, most of the bodies and everything have been cleared away, and the gates have been reinforced. A call goes up when you're seen. There's a brief period of time where a bunch of bows get drawn on you before the call goes up. Open the gates, and you hear these loud voices, and the gates of Ironlight Castle open to you as you enter into the room, or enter into the castle. When you do so, you come upon a scene again in motion, in movement, and not very long goes by as you enter into the thing, and you can see like people are running around and everything's very busy. But pretty quickly, a familiar figure comes up to you. You see Victor, and he approaches you. He is beat up. He has a big, basically what looks like a large bite mark all across the chest and shoulder. And his arm is kind of hanging a little slack. Doesn't look like he has full use of the limb. And he comes up to you and he puts his hand on your shoulder. And he's not smiling.
Oh no.
And he says, Flynn, you should come. We got him. But,
Don't.
come on.
I'll follow.
And he leads you through the castle to a side chamber. And you see, as you walk in, that your class is here. Kaylin has she's pale. Her collarbone and shoulder, most of her arm, is not functioning. Pierre and Evelyn have sustained relatively minor wounds. But on a table in the middle of the chamber is Zorkal. And his skin is pale. There is a large stinger that is lodged into his chest and that is sticking out. And he's not breathing. And Victor behind you, he says, we got him. But But
He's fine, right? He's gonna be all right.
no, my boy. He's not all right.
I run out, and I look for Kellic. Kellic! Kellic!
Point me, Flynn.
Do you have any left? You have any magic left?
Not much, Flynn. What's going on?
Come with me. And I run. And then I come back with Kellic.
Can I follow with Kellic if I see him in that state? Okay.
Fix him.
I'll run to the body. What can I gather?
He's gone. He's been gone for much longer than a minute. You know what's possible?
If I can, I need a little time. I might be able to do something.
Okay.
I will begin to, and correct me if I'm wrong, DM, because I have never been this high level before, but I do have resurrection, or whatever the higher version of. I have resurrection. Yeah,
You
is
have
that
resurrection, and you as a grave cleric always have raise dead prepared.
Right.
Zorkal is, he is dead and has been gone past the point in time that Revivify would work.
Right.
So, if you are to attempt to bring him back, a resurrection ritual will have to be done.
Mm-hmm.
If you recall, I had you roll a percentile dice in our last session to determine the level of success of the Ironlight Collective.
Mm-hmm.
There were a series of potential scenarios based upon a variety of variables, and the dice decided.
So what I would like to do is, knowing that I will need to rest in order to cast that level of a spell, I will try to prepare the body as best I can, like remove the stinger and clean the wound and stitch together the wound. And whatever I can do, I obviously don't have any lambent ivy or any of the like traditional Temple of Famir tools I would have, but whatever I can do to like stale the decay, stave off the decay of the body, I will do. Is there somewhere cool we can keep him?
I'll look to Victor.
I'd like this chamber at least.
Yeah. Will you help me carry him?
Yeah.
Victor, come here, dear. I'm gonna put my hand on Victor. I'm just gonna use all of my healing hands on him from my heritage to just repair the worst of where his arm has been. Maybe sew some of like the sinew back together.
Yeah.
And just my heart glows, and because it looks a little different when I do my healing hands, and so that's 14 points.
Okay.
Before we move him, I go over to Kaylin because you said she was looking worse for it too.
Yeah.
And I'll just kind of get a closer inspection.
Yeah, she's...
she unconscious or conscious?
She's conscious, but like hanging on. She's kind of in and out. Someone has done what they could to like bandaged her up, but it's not a particularly well done job. The Ironlight know basic triage stuff because sometimes they get bit by monsters, but nothing like what you're accustomed to.
If I can, we have potions, right?
Yeah.
So we each have
You
one
all
potion.
got
Greater?
a greater.
I have greater
You all got a greater
written
healing
down.
potion.
I can take care of Kaylin. Then it's probably good if you hang on to that. Like seeing Flynn take the
Yeah, I
potion
bring it out. I'm about to put it to her mouth, and
let me do what I can first, and we'll see if that's necessary.
she's gonna be okay.
Aye.
And Zorkal?
I'll do my best. Honestly, I've never done this before after it's been this long. So, I'll try. I don't want to promise you anything I can't keep.
Maybe Seeker can help.
That's not really his specialty, but probably.
Couldn't hurt, right?
No.
Okay.
Any amount of goodwill is well used.
I'll go get him. And I'll kind of head out and grab Seeker too. Hey,
I'm going to need to rest, then. You're going to have to be patient.
okay. And I'll go grab Seeker. Kelly needs your help.
Oh, okay. Oma, can you stay with Birdie?
Birdie, don't move.
Oh,
I won't.
And I grab her cloak.
Is everything okay?
I'll just walk back into the tent with Seeker, just not looking at any.
I know what you know, which is nothing. I never know anything.
Sorry, that's
16 points of healing to Kaylin.
Kaylin, okay. Victor, when you use your healing hands, you hear like the flesh kind of starts to knit itself up, and you hear like as his shoulder realigns, and then he like shakes it out. Forgot it's nice having you people around. Don't really get much of this on the solo stuff. And he like works his arm.
Do you feel better?
Yeah,
Do you need any more?
I don't need any more.
All right. We're all going to help.
And he
Oh.
looks over at Flynn.
We took the outpost.
Good job.
You guys, you're successful, right? Okay,
We got it
that's
done.
good. What else can I do right now to help?
He gets down or puts his hand on your shoulder. Victor never went to a knee to speak with you, ever. He speaks to you standing. And be patient. And he looks to the rest of the group. Hope they can bring him back.
Yeah, me too. Never thought I'd say that, but I hope so too. I'll stay here. I can help, Kellic.
Hi.
Okay,
But the first thing you should do is also get some rest.
right,
There will come a time.
right.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder. Yes, you should rest. Does anyone else need any help in here? Would you?
Pierre, no. And Evelyn shakes her head no. Most of their injuries are relatively superficial. Cuts, bruises, scrapes. But yeah, they're all right.
Do you want to rest nearby?
Yeah. I don't know. Sure. Yeah, I should be close in case you need help. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll look around. Is there a bed in this area where they're laying that I can also lay on?
This is kind of like a not like a bed or anything. There are a few benches and chairs and things like that.
How close are the chambers where I stayed when I was a
They're
trainee?
across the way. They brought Zorkal and all of them in here. Like this chamber's kind of like just off to the left as soon as you walk into the castle.
Are they relatively close to the?
But yeah, I mean, you could walk across the courtyard
It's
and
not
get to
too
the
far.
chamber.
It's
It's
still
not too far.
So he could get me if he needs me. I can. Okay. Yeah. I mean, our chambers where we stayed, are right over it. And I'll point.
Yeah.
All right.
You can stay there. And if you need me, you get me.
Of course.
Come on.
Right.
He can do this. He's good at this.
Yeah, but be there too.
I will help.
And I'll head in that direction. And yeah, I'll go to my room.
Okay.
And I just
Wow.
cast a long look at Zorkal. See you tomorrow. And I'll also find somewhere to sleep.
Okay.
While that was happening, I'm out in the courtyard with Birdie. Are we okay to go back there?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I have been trying to find the captain that we saw and spoke with before we left.
Unkar Jor. Yeah.
Unkar Jor, yeah. And so I'm like looking for him and trying to flag him down.
Yeah. After
and I go where you go.
After a couple, if you go and look for him, one of the places that has been kind of set up is what the Ironlight refers to as the tribunal room. It's like basically a big empty room.
Right.
But now there are like tables spread out, maps of the city. There are like, necessary things, water, refreshments, and things like that. But this kind of looks like the center of operations as things have been set up. So you find Unkar Jor pretty much exactly where you left him, like hands spread over the table. He's thinking and things like that, but you're able to find him.
Mr. Unkar Jor. Do I just call you Unkar or Unkar Jor?
Captain Jor is fine.
Captain Jor. Well, everything is going well. We took the Darham Keep. It's ours now.
Yep.
There are like 450 of our people now there, 55 with the leads.
50
of our people.
Everyone made it?
Everyone made it. Yeah, everything was fine. No issues, no fighting.
Absolutely not.
And there's like 15-ish, somewhat injured, not injured, Kaldorian soldiers that were captured that are there too, but they're well cordoned off. So
drop their weapons and everything. Oh, sorry.
You're also a prisoner.
And a cool, like a dark eyebrow arches as he looks to Birdie and motions for two guys, like two of his soldiers.
You can keep your distance. It's okay. I've got her.
She's basically a bomb herself.
Isaac, so what we think is if we could have maybe half of the contingent go to Darham Keep to help keep that as well, right? So whatever you think is best, right? But if we can have maybe 200 soldiers make their way there, you have the maps. All of the soldiers that were at Darham Keep, like 45 of them, 40-ish that are still alive, and well, they all went to the city center. So they're at the city center now, and we warned everyone that they're going to go there. So that's where the fighting is heaviest. So if your 200 soldiers can avoid the city center and go through side alleys, they should be fairly safe. We were fairly safe getting here. So as long as they're careful, they should be fairly safe getting to Darham Keep. Eventually, there will be 3 wyvern riders coming at some point, but probably very soon because we sent them on kind of a wild goose hunt.
They're probably figuring that out.
But they're figuring it out soon. So you're in charge, but I'm just telling you, I think you should send some people there.
Galen, and he turns to the side, and one of his lieutenants comes
Is it
up.
also called Galen?
Galen.
Galen,
yeah.
Dude.
Wait, did I use Galen already?
No, Galen.
Oh,
Galen
no,
is-
Galen. He says Galen, and one of his lieutenants comes up, and he says, "Put together 150 men. Try to pick mostly from the scouts and the skirmishers. They'll move through the city better."
And then you've got 2 keeps and the city center. That's awesome.
2 positions to hold. You
Is
did
that
well.
bad?
You did well.
Are you not supposed to hold 2 positions?
When you can. It's good.
Oh, okay.
You've done well.
So can you?
Let us hope.
Okay.
And gives orders to his lieutenant, who marches off and starts, you hear him again calling orders. He grabs 2 or 3 more guys as they come out of this operations center, and you hear kind of raised voices and shouts as they start mustering a force, knowing that, as you said, some wyvern riders are on the way. There's an urgency to getting these men together and on the way, because 50 soldiers is a lot of soldiers, but wyverns are powerful creatures, so they're going to need some support. But he does say, you've done well, and not a soul lost. Someday you're going to have to tell me how you managed.
This, and also lying.
There was a lot of real good lying.
as I said, someday you'll have to tell me how you managed. And
I was like, I just did. I don't know.
As he turns back to his maps and starts immediately like going over how to now like the allocation of resources and manpower to now hold these 2 positions within the city. He starts calling over like most recent reports from the scouts. He says scout out and he gives some orders to some additionals like go scout out the area, see what kind of forces are nearby. I need updated information, and just starts going through being a military leader and trying to make sure that he can do what he can.
I'll just like back out of the room.
All right.
I'm not a military
Yeah, I mean,
leader.
as soon as like you give him the information, he just like thanks and then gets back to his job.
I mean, technically, I report to the queen, but like.
Fair point. And yeah, as you back away, he does as you leave, he kind of put his head up and says, "Do we need to arrange accommodations for this one?"
To be determined.
I'm totally not gonna hurt anybody. I really like on my mom and pa's graves that they don't exist. They have graves, but not really.
To be determined, but not right now. We'll let Thessaly decide.
Oh no.
Very well. And turns.
I tug Birdie out of the room.
All right. Okay. At this
So
point,
the spirits you speak to, are they kind of like,
as almost curiosity gets the better of
Yeah.
her and starts
I tell
talking
you
with
all
Birdie.
about the dead. That's my favorite topic.
We will head over very quickly to Flynn, who's in his room. What's Flynn doing?
I don't know. That's weird being back here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Does it look different? Does it look used? Does it look like people have been using these spots? I mean, there's been 750 people here.
Yeah.
Is it even available?
As you go to find your room, it is not being used right now by anybody. And as you walk in, anything that you had that was like personal or any possessions that you may have left here have been changed. But the Ironlight barracks have always been pretty, severe. There wasn't really a lot of personal possessions that you ever really had, or most of what you've always had you carried with you. Same with everybody else. There's kind of a deliberate sense of impermanence that is kind of drilled into most of the Ironlight Sentinels. But as you walk in, all the furniture is the same. Everything's like laid out exactly how it was when you left. The bed is crisp and neatly made. Everything's very orderly. You remember the early days of training when they yelled at you for not having things orderly.
Yeah. I'll go over and I'll kind of set my stuff to the edge of the bed, and kind of get ready for sleep. And I'll kind of like go out, sit on the bed, lay down, and kind of just roll over to my side and kind of lift up to check and see. Like I'll lift up and see where I would practice carving the sigil that's on my wrist into the wood bed frame.
Yeah.
And I'll see if it's still there.
Yeah. See all the iterations over and over and over.
Trace it with my thumb and kind of go down the line as it got better. Just kind of put the matches back down. And I'll go to my bag and I'll just grab my souvenir bag and sit on the bed. Just pull out those 2 necklaces again. Just kind of sit, kind of feet off the bed. Just holding them and looking at them. And eventually just kind of like go to bed. Or go towards the bed and kind of lay down and go to sleep.
Okay. As you all find your way to your various rests for the evening, as the early evening does begin to, and the sun kind of begins to set, the day is still short, this close to the long eve. We'll pick up there next time. Sorry, pal. We'll see.
Bye, nerds.
All right. See you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, nerds.
Bye.
Chat's gonna be so fucking mad at me.
Hey, nerds. Russ here. If you're enjoying Venture Forth, please follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you're using. And make sure to tell your friends, and your family, and the person walking on the side of the street, all of those things. Just yell out that you love Venture Forth. And if you're interested in going the extra mile, please check out our Patreon. There's a link in our description. It really supports us as a whole. We wouldn't be able to do it without our patrons. And you get access to some really cool bonus content. So if you want to see us off the screen, off the podcast, doing silly things, that's where to go. Bye, nerds.